Howdy Shamrocks, Miss Johnson here. This week mission, we are going to discuss estimating sums and differences. Now, a sum is the answer when we add, and a difference is the answer when we subtract or take away. Now, the first thing we need to figure out is, what does it mean to estimate? So this week's book is entitled Let's Estimate, a book about estimating and rounding numbers. Now, the word rounding should be a word that we're kind of familiar with, but if not, no worries. That's why we're going to go and dive into this book. Now, this book is about 33 pages long, so Miss Johnson's just going to read a few pages from it, but if you really enjoy this book, you can always go to your Get Epic app and type in the words Let's Estimate, and it will pull it up. That's what I'm using today. So this book is by David A. Adler and illustrated by Edward Miller. Let's get started. How old are you? Did you answer 10, 11, or 12? What you answered is probably not your exact age. It's your approximate age. If today is not your birthday, you should have said about 10, 11, or 12. So down here, it looks like they're at a party, of course, with the party hats, but the little boy says, I'm 12. Then the other boy says, I'm 11. And then the girl says, I'm 10. But they're saying in this that they really shouldn't say, I'm 12. Instead, they should say, I'm about 12. I'm about 11. I'm about 10, because it's not their birthday right then and there. Of course, when someone asks your age, it would be odd to give your exact age. It would be odd if you answered, I am 10 years, 7 months, 4 days, 3 hours, and 12 minutes old. And your age keeps changing. Now you may be 10 years, 7 months, 4 days, 3 hours, 12 minutes old. Soon you'll be 10 years, 7 months, 4 days, 3 hours, and 13 minutes old. When someone asks how old you are, he wants to know about how old you are or how old you were on your last birthday. Many times, an approximate answer is just as good as an exact answer. Sometimes it's even better. So the little boy here says, how old are you? And oh my gosh, the doctor says, I'm 60 million years, 7 months, 4 days, 3 hours, and 11 minutes old. I don't know, friends. Do you think that's about 68 million candles? That's a lot of candles. If someone were to ask you the population of the United States, you might answer 320 million. For most purposes, that's a perfectly acceptable answer, but it's not an exact answer. It's an estimation. The population of the United States is about 320 million. It would be difficult to give the exact population of the United States. Each day, people are born and people die. People move to the United States and people leave. The population keeps changing. It's often important to estimate. When you're food shopping, it's good to estimate the total cost of the items in your cart. You need to know you have enough money to pay for it all. How would you estimate the total cost of the items in your cart? You might try rounding the cost of each item and then adding them. When you estimate, you make an educated guess at an actual number. When you round a number, you change it so it's easier to work with the number. Estimating's not rounding, rounding's not estimating. But rounding can help you to estimate. So for me to remember, I like to say that estimating is like making a fancy guess. You're making really good guess. And we said, of course, rounding is when we change that number to make it easier to work with. For example, I love examples because that just helps me even more. For example, you might have a box of cereal in your cart and its cost might be $3.95. That's about $4. So you round the cost of the cereal to $4. You might have a quart of milk in your cart and it cost might be $1.95. That's about $2. So you round the cost of the quart of milk to $2. You might have 3 bananas in your cart and the cost of each might be 29 cents. That's about 30 cents. So you round the cost of each banana to 30 cents. Together, the 3 bananas cost about 90 cents. You might even round the 90 cents to $1. After rounding the cost of cereal, milk, and bananas, you add them. $4 plus $2 plus $1 equals $7. You would estimate the cost of the items in your cart to be $7. The actual cost of the items in your cart is $6.77. But the little boy says here, rounding numbers makes it easier to estimate. So instead of me just adding all these numbers to get this, that's kind of a long, harder way. So I like to kind of almost make it where the numbers are easier to add and count. So instead of saying $3.90, I'm going to round this to $4 because you might as well say 4. $3.95 is closer to $4. And $1.95 is closer to 2. And then 90 cents, we might as well say it's closer to $1. So if we say 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. So that's just your estimated cost. So we're going to stop right here because we are going to actually discuss our mission for today. So like we said, friends, we're going to look down here. Everyone should have their calendar math, right? So we are going to focus on only the boxes that say solve. So what I like to do, if I can move this over in time, but I'm going to do the first solve box, which says 64 plus 28. So today, again, we said we are estimating. So what I like to do is actually write this, write this problem over again. Up and down, I prefer, to just make it easier for me. So 64 plus 28. So the first thing I need to do is see, what is 64 closest to? So this halfway mark always means my halfway number. So I'm going to find which 10 is it closest to. Is it closest to 60 or 70? So we know in the middle, 65 is here, but I'm looking at 64. So let me put 64 closest there. So we want to say, is 64 closest to 60 or is 64 closest to 70? What do you guys think? Exactly. We should say that 64 is closer to 60. Good job. Now let's look at the number 28. So we want to find our two 10s that 28 would go in between. So we should have 20 and 30. And we know our middle is 25, right? Our middle always has a 5 in it. Now, we want to look at the number 28. So I would say maybe 28 is around this number here. Okay, so we want to look and see, is 28 closer to 20 or is 28 closer to 30? What do you guys think? 30, good job. So we will circle this. So instead of us saying, oh, 64 was 28, I'm going to rewrite my problem. So I'm going to say that 60 plus 30, because we are estimating. So when we estimate, this is a faster way to do our math. So we know that 0 plus 0 is 0, and 6 plus 3 is 9. Sometimes I like to say 6 and make my 3 little dots so I can count on. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 90 would be our answer if we are estimating, all right? This is just a faster way for us to do our math. So your mission for this week, again, friends, is with your math calendar, just find 2 problems. It could be a subtraction problem. I would normally just go with the two numbers to start. If you really want to challenge yourself, knock yourself out and try this one, but you can actually do any one that you want. Do 1 or 2, and then you're just going to either take a picture on your Flipgrid, on your Class Dojo portfolio, or just send an email to your teacher. All right, friends, until next week, hope you have fun and see you soon and talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.